Hello everyone, it's Maddie and
Madison
with Spectrum Art, and we are sharing our romantic love letters. These are pockets, these are tags, and these include journaling cards. So a lot of everything packed into a really nice size project. And of course these can be used by themselves as a gift. They can also be used as ephemera. They can be used as embellishments. They can be used as pockets in a junk journal. So let's go ahead, and what we're going to do is we're going to actually make one of these together. But let me show it to you first so you guys get an idea as to what we're dealing with or what we're going to be making. We are dealing with this really cute, it's got two separate tags there in the front. So it's got that little pocket, and then it's got ephemera here on the inside. And it is an envelope, and it closes this way. And then on the back, we went ahead and did a pocket using butcher paper, which was such a yummy crinkle. Do you guys hear that? But the whole thing has that feel because it's a book page. But we're gonna make one together and we'll go through it. I'll share with you the idea behind the pocket in the back. At first we were just going to make them like this so that they can actually be glued down. But then we thought, well, some people might not want to have it just glued down. So why would they just want, you know, a blank back? So then that's when we thought of the pocket, because if you have a pocket, you still have the option of gluing this part down to a book, and not only having, again, the envelope, right, as a pocket, as a tuck, but also having another pocket here. So all you would have to do would be this. If you don't want to use it as that, it is beautiful just the way it is, or you can always, you know, add some ephemera or a picture or whatever it is that you like on there. So again, many different uses for one little envelope. So let's go ahead and make one together, okay? Let me move these out of the way. And we will craft along. Now, for the sake of the video, I did actually just keep one on the side, and so I'm not having to distress and all that on camera. So it'll hopefully expedite the process so we can do this one together, okay? You're going to need, first of all, a book page. Just any old book page, any book you have, just go ahead and rip it up. Right, rip it out of the book, and then you're going to go ahead and use whatever you've got, whether it's sprays, whether it's just regular paint, whether it's oxides. These are oxides, okay? But any book page, any paint that you've got. And what you're going to do is, of course, we did that one side. You're going to go ahead and fold it this way. Then you're going to fold it this way. The next thing we did was we went ahead and actually tore the sides. Just grab your hand and, you know, just tear it along the edges and give it that really nice distressed, you know, vintagey kind of tear look. Then we went ahead and we searched the web for ephemera, right? For free images. And here are the ones that we came up with. We came up with the following. And then of course we went ahead and printed those out on heavy cardstock, and we went ahead and these right here, okay? These are the images that we went ahead and used, and we fussy cut them, and that's just a fancy way, of course, of saying that we did detail cutting. If you notice, you know, I really get in there to make sure that we have nice clean edges. That really gives it a more finished, polished look, in my opinion. What did we do next? After that, Madison went through and she did the layout, because that's what she loves to do. So she went ahead and laid it out the way that she thought that it would look good. She played around with the design some, but ultimately she came up with that as far as the front was concerned, okay? Next, we went ahead and distressed the envelope. So again, for the sake of the video, I've already done that, but you want to go through and distress. You know, you'll need the sides, the bottom, and the top. You don't really need to worry about this if you're going to make it the same we did, because it actually gets covered. Where's the one that I had already shown you? It gets covered by lace, so no need to waste your distress on that, right? Okay, The one thing I will give you a hint or a tip is to make sure that you remember, because I went ahead and went through and distressed all of them and then realized that, oops, we didn't flip it up. So you do need to do this, and you do need to go all the way up here. When you have it closed like this, you're not necessarily, you might not be getting those ends right here, right? Okay, so go ahead and go through and distress your envelope. Then we went ahead and we distressed all of our ephemera, right? We went around the edges and distressed all that after we were done. So when you have your ink pad out, just go distress crazy, get it all done. Then next we went ahead and grabbed some, this is pattern paper from the old, you know, well, not old, they still make those pattern papers for the sewing. But if you do not have this, any paper towel, tissue paper, any of that will do. So something that's hopefully a little translucent is basically what we're looking for. Next, we went ahead and after we had just torn it, because we figured we wanted to go here on this side, we went ahead and actually stamped it. And we used, where is that stamp? Where did I put it? I have no idea. But it is this one right here. Oh, hello. It's like right here. There it is. It is the stamp right here from Stamper Anonymous, right? So, Stampers Anonymous. So we went ahead and just used our archival black ink, which is permanent, and we actually went ahead and stamped it. The reason why we use archival is because we're going to be gluing this down with Mod Podge, okay? Or PVC glue, white glue. And if you use regular ink that is non-permanent, you might actually get some smudging or some running, and you don't want to have that look. All right, so the next thing we did was we did that. We went ahead and tore off our tissue paper and we stamped it. Then we went ahead and we glued our envelope. Now, to glue this one, all we did was glue the 3 sides, right? So let's go ahead. And I like to use glue versus the tape, the double-sided tape, because it gives me a little bit more room to play with it. Oh, hello. What did I just do? I sure did. See, this is why it's good to do this on film, right? So that you guys can see the boo-boos. So if you guys just noticed, I went ahead and glued the wrong side. I almost glued this side down, right? And we don't want that because we want that open. So we're gonna go ahead and put that down right there, okay? Before I actually glue that all the way down, I'm gonna grab, and this is just regular white glue. You could use Mod Podge if you wanted to. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that all down, preferably not underneath of that. And, you know, play around with it, see which way you like it best. I think this is gonna look good this way. And one of the reasons why I do this is because I really don't want to see that writing on there. And the reason why is because I am not going to go through and read every single page of every single book that I am just simply using to create. And heaven forbid that there might be something on there that's a little bit offensive. I don't really want to be sharing that with anyone. So I do like to go through. As you notice, I just put another piece of washi tape. I'm not too worried about these words here because I know that those words are going to get covered when we put our bird image on there. Because remember, he's a little bit tall. Where is he? Right here. So you see, you might see some of the partial words, like maybe but before I could finish. So you might see some of that, but I can see right off the bat that there's nothing there that I would be questioning or I would be concerned about. If I thought there was, then I would actually go ahead and make sure that I use another piece of washi or whatever I may need to do to get that taken care of. Okay, so we want to be careful actually not to glue that. So make sure you glue the ends, and you do want to give yourself, don't make it too tight because then you're going to struggle with putting in anything in that pocket. Okay, so we've got that down. We've got our tissue paper. We've glued the envelope. We put in our paper, I'm sorry, a washi tape. Then we want to also, while I have the washi tape, if you notice, and these are the little things that do make a difference. If you notice on here, I also used a washi there, and it looks so cute when you actually open the flap versus that. That doesn't look very cute. Plus, it also gives it a little bit more weight and strength. So you want to go ahead and again also help to cover those words. The nice thing about working with book pages too, by the way, is that the book pages themselves, the lines, the written lines, provide you with a really nice guideline for making sure that things are actually straight. So you could usually just eyeball stuff and glue it down. It doesn't take a lot of measuring. Hang on one second. This glue dried on me. So let's go back and add a little bit of glue there. There we go. Okay. So now we've got our pocket, right? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and give this a little bit of a dry just so that I can flip it over. And by the way, I wanted to also mention, if you have washi that is losing its adhesiveness, because that does happen. Some of the washi just gets old, or some of it is cheaply made, right? And it starts kind of, make sure that you go ahead and run a little bit of glue on it, because nobody wants to really get something and then have it kind of fall apart on them, right? Okay, let's glue our little bird now that it's not so wet. And the same thing, make sure you kind of get those edges as well. You want to do a good job. You don't want anything lifting or getting caught or snagging on anything on a book or in a journal. I like to see the stamp, and I also like the seal, so I kind of try and go this way. But if you notice, I do come out on the bottom a bit because I like that. You don't want it to be all just too perfect. You do want things to kind of create that, you know, staggered look. Okay, so we've got our front, and still kind of wet, but we're gonna try this. We're gonna flip it over. This again is just butcher paper. Brown bags, butcher paper, you know, any of that will work. And again, we're gonna cover that back right there, right? So I used, let's see, the Fiskars paper edgers. If you have some of these, great. If you do not a big deal. Either cut it straight or even rip it. I think I did one that was torn. Oh, I don't think I used it. But I did do one that was torn, but I tore it too small, so I ended up not using it, I believe. But it looked really cute too because it had the same jagged edge. But again, we're gonna go ahead and glue on 3 sides. And in this case, it doesn't matter what 3 sides because this has got no images, so we can't really get that one wrong. Okay, and we want to center that somewhere on there. And there we go. We got our back pocket, right? So this can either just be left as is, we can add an image, or this piece could be glued down and you still have that pocket in the back. So there is that. Okay, so next thing I did was I went ahead and added the lace, and I did 2 different layers. We did a teal and we did a pink. For this, you can use just about anything. I prefer tacky glue because it dries clear and it's a really good adhesive. You could use Fabri-Tac. I would not recommend using your hot glue gun because we all know that when hot glue dries, it turns hard, right? And we really don't want to have anything kind of crunchy up there, plasticky feeling. But again, I am using the same lines to help me, to guide me to keep that lace straight. And you can see how quick that is because, again, huge help. Then I'm going to use the next line to kind of help me go. Sorry about that. I actually got a call, so I had to stop for a second. But again, we're picking up right where we left. I just beat it, created a bead or line of glue, and we're going to put down our pink lace right down there, cleaning it up a little bit. And again, that's going to dry clear, but we don't want too much of it gushing out all over the place. Okay, so we now have our teal and our pink lace. And again, any lace you have, any fabric, if you don't have either, use some washi. You can always, layer washi and create a very similar effect, right? Or even a paper punch. If you have those paper punches that, create really nice shapes, you could use one of those. Okay, so we have put our washi here, our washi there. We've put our lace, we put our front images, our back pocket. What else have we done? Let's see. We did that on the 3 sides. We glued our bird. I'm trying to read my notes because I was trying to kind of, stay on track so this video wouldn't be super long. Cut. Okay. Yes, the next thing we did was, and this is just an extra piece. All right, the next thing I did was I went ahead and grabbed 2 pieces of cardstock. These are not in any particular pad. I think this is, what is the name? I can't remember. What was this one? Do you remember? I think I have the pad down here. Hang on. What was the name of this one? I don't remember. Anyway, just any paper that you have that actually is within that those colors, right? The browns. This one came with some teal on there, some nice lines. This one had really cute teal polka dots and that distressed edge, and then the back also had, really pretty lines. So went ahead and cut 2 different sizes. I won't give you sizes because your book page could be a different size. Your images, you might print them differently, or you might already have some ephemera that you're going to use. So, sizes and measurements are not going to help us any. But basically, I cut one thinner and one, and it's smaller as well, so we could stagger them. Then what I did was I went ahead and grabbed and cut any ribbon that you have, any twine, anything you like to do. I kind of kept it simple. I was going to punch holes, but then I realized it'd be nice to slide them in and out by actually adding another little element. So I did this. And Madison, what happened to the, we used the, this is the tiny stapler, and just did that, okay? Then we did it again with the other one. I did like a yellowish gold for this tag, again bringing in those yellow elements. And on this one I did some green because we have the teal, but we also have some green elements throughout, so there's green and teal, right? So try to bring in some of that green as well, and did that. Now, would that suffice? Absolutely. I, of course, always like to make things that, will last, that are not going to easily just kind of come apart. So I do put a little bit of glue back there just so that it helps to give it some strength. And again, that'll dry clear, so it will not be a problem. Okay, so then we've got those 2. Then I had these 2 little images, and I thought, oh, how absolutely cute and how precious is that. Now, of course, everybody knows that I love pockets, so I went ahead and glued 3 sides here, right? Because now we have yet another little pocket to put a little message or a little picture, or hey, maybe a rolled up, $10 bill as a gift card, right? As a gift. Just saying. And then of course we glued this one down and we placed that one there. Okay, and now we've got our 2 adorable, cute tags. Okay, so we've got that. Then we've got these, right? And these will just go in here. Oh, hello. It would help if we, glued that down, right, guys? To make it into, and not that it couldn't be this way. Oh, look at that. It could also be a fold out, a flip out inside of a journal. Or, I just thought of something. If you're going to be mailing this, right, because you could also just grab a piece of paper and put it this way. Let me see. I just have a regular notebook. but you guys will get the idea. You could use a piece of paper, right? That's a little bit too choppy of a cut, but you guys get the idea. Glue that in there. And now you can write a very romantic letter, or you can have a nice journaling spot, right? Oh, that's a little too high. This way. Right? Oh, there we go. Lucky, lucky. And then you glue that on there, and then you can go this way. Look at that. We just found another use for it, to actually use it as a letter or a journaling spot that actually flips out. But if not, if you want to keep it the original way, we're going to go ahead and bring it in. And we're going to go ahead and put glue on 2 of those sides. We're going to fold it in, fold it up, excuse me. Make sure we give that a nice little press. And this stuff glues so well because it's just paper, right? These, we're going to wait for them to dry. I don't want to stick them on there while they're still a little bit wet, because then of course they might actually stick. These can go back in here if you'd like. You know, if you want to mail it, just close it up, you could, or you can actually create a nice layout this way, right? And you still have the whole back where you could still stick stuff in there if you wanted to, right? So look at that, guys. And just like that, we are done. We have created some romantic love letter pockets, tags, journaling cards. Oh, I know what we forgot. And I should just look in my little jar here, right? Because I have it. We forgot our button. So we can bring these back out. And we can put our button. For this one, I am not too afraid to use the hot glue, because it's just a little spot, and the button is hard anyway. So, but you could also use any other kind of ephemera if you wanted to, but that button just gives it a little whimsical look. See that? All right, and now we are done. And we hope that you have enjoyed it. We hope that you will try these. And actually, this one is going to be a giveaway. So I will finish, you know, making sure that it all dries and then putting it all together. And we will be sending this out to one of our subscribers. So please do leave a comment below. Give us a thumbs up, please, if you'd like the video. Make sure that you go ahead and share it with friends. And we will be doing a drawing. When, Madison? This is one's also on the 9th? Okay, so this one is also, we're going to be drawing on the 10th on the morning. So we have a good 10 days before we actually do the drawing for this one. So we're going to be also drawing this one for Valentine's Day. And we hope that you go ahead and, you know, leave a comment below so we can go ahead and enter your name into the drawing. So be on the lookout for those 2 videos. If you missed what I'm referring to, there is another video where we had done another Valentine's Day that we're going to actually be sending the elements for you guys to create your own. In this case, we're going to be sending out one already made. Or did you want to send them one to make?
What?
Do you want to send the ready-made, or do you want to send them one to make?
One to make.
Oh, one to make. Oh, okay. So she wants to challenge you guys again. I love it. So she's going to go ahead and be sending out an unmade one. Okay, so you'll get some of the elements, probably not everything, like the book page, of course, you really don't need, but probably all of the ephemera and the washi and, you know, all the little paper work. We might even make another one of these for you guys. So we'll see. We'll work on it. How's that? But we will be drawing both of those on the 10th on the morning. And then we will be posting the winners. So be on the lookout for that, okay? Thank you so much. I hope you guys have liked this. This was very different for me because you guys know that we don't usually do a craft along kind of thing on videos. But in this case, we did want to actually try a new format and make one together with you guys. So let me know. Let me know. Did you like this? Were you able to follow along? Did it make better sense if we broke it down and actually made one with you guys? Or do you prefer just showing the finished product, the project itself? So let me know, because we love to hear feedback from you guys, okay? Thank you so much. We hope that we chat soon. Have a blessed day. Bye.